right, leaving Neurofeedback. It was a good day. It felt productive within the neurofeedback setting. I felt like I got to a place that I really felt kind of in the moment, where I was like not in my head about it. I wasn't overthinking. So that was really nice. And I kind of rode that wave for a little while. And then it's always when you need to like adjust your, like how you're sitting that causes it to spike. So there were a couple spikes because I moved, like when I like shift my weight and like put my feet up the other way. But I mean, other than that, it went really well. So my anxiety marker, the yellow, was down today, like pretty good down. And then it's interesting because the black and the dark blue that he's measuring, I think he calls it the delta and the theta. I really should take notes. But he was saying how that was, last time I was there, I was slightly better rested, and that this time that was why that was a little higher. So that was interesting. And then the orange one, the one that we're really focusing on right now, the one that has to do with like being able to access words, but specifically that fight or flight hair trigger, fight or flight response is what we're working on. So that was slightly elevated today from the time before, but it was still lower than where it began. Progress. I go back again tomorrow, and then I'm not there for all of next week. I don't get to go because we're gonna be at Disney World, family vacation. Very excited about it. Olivia's going to have an amazing time. Tall enough to ride most all the things, so she's stoked. I did mention to Andrew the other day, I think this is a benefit and a perk of having neurofeedback done. I have gotten to the point where I don't feel like I need to over-explain stuff, like, or apologize for something that I really didn't need to apologize for, that, you know what I mean? So I was very much an over-explainer, where I would give way too much detail about something. I felt like I had to. And oftentimes Andrew would be like, get to the point. I love you. Get to the point. And so that would irritate me. But then really, like, thinking back, retrospectively, that was, I'm sure, very daunting for Andrew, because that would happen all the time. So specifically though, I'll notice it, like I noticed it and I brought it up the other day when we were watching a TV show, and throughout this scene, I had this thought, and then I was kind of like, interesting. And usually I would have already said it, but I just feel like I can be more discerning. I was like, that's not necessary to say out loud. Like, I don't know. So that feels, and it's just it has happened enough that I feel like it's worth mentioning, and and that it is in fact a side effect of neurofeedback, in combination with talk therapy and awareness. So that feels really good. And I really do find myself looking forward to going to neurofeedback, knowing that like each step, each time I go is like closer to really good progress. So it's finding the joy in the process of it, as opposed to being like, are we there yet? So that feels really nice.